Hello, I'm meteorologist Ryan Leach, and this is the fire weather planning briefing for Sunday, June 23rd. First off, we'll just take a look at what we've kind of got coming up throughout the week. Most of the activity will be in southwest Montana as we have a ridge building in. It's going to get pretty hot and dry all across the whole region, but we'll have the worst conditions down in southwest Montana. And then that ridge breaks down on Thursday, leaving us with some thunderstorms region-wide and then just some lingering thunderstorms in northwest Montana and the southwest Montana on Friday. First up, take a look at our satellite imagery. You can see there's just out in the North Pacific, there's just several short waves or closed lows that are spinning around out there. This first one is going to be moving right across the Canadian border today, Sunday, and into tomorrow, Monday. And that'll be our main weather maker. With what's going on with that right now, it's going to stay far enough to the north that the precipitation and the rain with that will be almost entirely up in Canada. And all we're going to get out of it down in Montana and Idaho is just some wind. And then with the next system that's going to be coming in once with that ridge breakdown, which is currently upstream, it's been trending that way, though it does look a little bit wetter. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So first off, it's going to be hot and dry to start the week. We've got a ridge building in. Our maximum temperatures are going to be up in the 80s and near 90 on Wednesday, depending on location. Some of the lower elevation locations will be hitting up above 90. And our minimum relative humidities pretty much across the board, with the exception of central Idaho and Grangeville, are going to be dropping down below 20% at some point. We also have, it'll also be a little bit more moist up in Kalispell, but in northwest Montana, but west central Montana, so the Lolo National Forest all the way down to the Beaverhead Deer Lodge, including the Bitterroot and some portions of Idaho, are going to be pretty dry. But that all changes on Thursday with that breakdown of the ridge I was talking about. We'll see some recoveries in some locations, but not really in southwest Montana. They're going to stay around that 20% mark and lower throughout the whole week. Along with that, on Thursday, we are going to see a bump in the winds. So with some wind gusts coming up over 30 miles an hour down in Dillon and Ennis in southwest Montana, and then across the rest of the region we'll see upper teens and lower 20s for those wind gusts. That also is going to come in, that breakdown of the ridge on Thursday is going to come with a probability of lightning. The highest chances of lightning again are going to be in southwest Montana. We've got Butte and Ennis right here showing a 25% chance of cloud-to-ground lightning strikes on Thursday. And then across the rest of the region, it's mostly going to be below 20% or even below 15% for most locations. So we'll have a combination of wind and lightning on Thursday that's going to be following a hot and dry period. So after we have the thunderstorms and the wind, what are the chances of a wetting rain? And right now the best chances of a wetting rain are up in northwest Montana. So I'm circling Kalispell right here on Thursday and Friday, where we get up around almost 50% chance of wetting rain. Most other locations are going to be 25% or less with that, and that includes places like Butte, Dillon, and Ennis, and some of those places that do have the stronger winds, hotter, drier relative humidities, and better chances of lightning. So looking out in the long term, 6 to 10 day, we are expecting above average precipitation up in northwest Montana. And then that's going to be kind of juxtaposed with a very drier than normal conditions down in the Great Basin and parts of the Pacific Northwest. And that's going to be sort of right up against our southwest Montana zones right now, which are looking at near normal chances for above or below precipitation. Temperature-wise, along with some of that moisture up in the Northwest, we should have on average below average temperatures. And just a quick look at the drought monitor, just to kind of update folks as we start to head into July here pretty soon. We still do have drought D1 or greater across all of western Montana. We're doing okay right now in portions of central Idaho, but again, drought persists through most of western Montana. So to kind of wrap it up, we're looking at hot and dry conditions to start the week with strong winds and some possible lightning midweek, especially in southwest Montana. And that's going to be followed up with a low chance of wetting rain to end the week. Thank you.